In a bold statement that has stirred up significant discussion, President Trump recently indicated that he might consider relocating matches for the upcoming 2026 Men's World Cup from U.S. cities he perceives as unsafe. Speaking to reporters from the Oval Office, Trump assured that the World Cup would be very secure, but he also hinted at the possibility of intervening to remove matches from certain host cities. When a reporter brought up Seattle and San Francisco, both slated to host 6 games each and known for their resistance to the Trump administration's immigration policies, Trump responded with a mix of concern and defiance. He remarked, "Well, that's an interesting question," before expressing his belief that safety would be ensured, labeling the leadership in those cities as radical left lunatics who don't know what they're doing. To provide some context, Seattle's Lumen Field is set to host 4 group stage matches, including a crucial game for the U.S. team on June 19th, along with a round of 32 and a round of 16 match. Meanwhile, Levi's Stadium, located in Santa Clara, approximately 40 miles south of San Francisco, will feature 5 group stage games and 1 round of 32 match. Since FIFA announced the World Cup schedule back in February, the 11 U.S. team host cities have been diligently preparing to meet the extensive requirements that accompany such a prestigious event. In addition to Seattle and San Francisco, the other cities involved are Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Los Angeles, Kansas City, Miami, New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia. Matches will also take place in Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey, while Canada will see games in Vancouver and Toronto. At this stage in the planning process, it remains uncertain how practical it would be to shift the locations of World Cup games, especially with the event just months away. Notably, Trump does not possess the direct authority to unilaterally move games from any city. However, he does maintain a close relationship with FIFA President Gianni Infantino, whom he refers to as a great friend. FIFA's agreements with host cities, some of which have been accessed through public records, indicate that FIFA cannot simply terminate contracts without cause. Nevertheless, these contracts generally provide FIFA with considerable power and legal protections should they choose to alter or breach the agreements. In a related development, the Trump administration recently allocated $625 million in federal funding aimed at enhancing security for the World Cup. This funding will be distributed among the 11 U.S. host cities based on their specific needs as they submit their expenses and reimbursement requests. Andrew Giuliani, who leads the White House's World Cup Task Force, has indicated that it remains unclear whether Trump, as the chair of this task force, might politicize or withhold any of this funding. FIFA, the governing body of soccer, has yet to respond to inquiries regarding these developments. Looking ahead, the draw for the 48-team World Cup is scheduled for December 5th at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. Interestingly, Trump claimed that recent crime statistics in the capital indicated no crime, despite having previously deployed National Guard troops to the area following an executive order due to what he termed a crime emergency. In his remarks, Trump stated, "As you probably know, we're going into Memphis and we're going into some other cities. Very soon, we're going into Chicago. It will be safe for the World Cup. If I think it isn't safe, we'll move into a different city, absolutely. It's actually a very fair question." He continued, "If I think it's not safe, we're going to move it out of that city. So if any city we think is going to be even a little bit dangerous for the World Cup or for the 2028 Olympics, you know where they have Olympic overthrow, right? But for the World Cup in particular, because they're playing in so many cities, we won't allow it. We'll move it around a little bit. But I hope that's not going to happen." This situation raises intriguing questions about the intersection of sports, politics, and safety. How do you feel about the potential for political influence over sporting events? Do you think safety concerns should dictate the locations of such major international competitions? Share your thoughts in the comments.